Hey everybody, it's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. This is a live session, so if you're watching it after the fact, thank you for watching and thanks for your great support. We have 3 new backboards which I've been eagerly awaiting. We finally got them back from Anderson Plating. We have them in stock in the standard blank now. There are KA backboards. So I want to do a demonstration with my old lead mouthpiece and my new one. And this is a little bit of a follow-up from yesterday's live session as well. Hello everybody, how you doing? I ended up picking my Adams A2 and it's got a nickel silver, you can see that, tuning slide from my lead gig last night. It worked pretty well. So here's the new backboard. This is the KA3. I'm so flippin' happy about this backboard. I don't know if you can hear that. This is not my real great microphone setup, but boy, it's easy to play. Hey Patrick, congratulations, man! So this is 3 new backboards that I've been working on for quite some time, trying to get a little bit more presence and pop in the upper register, especially in combination with my standard blank. So as most of you know, that's my standard ACB blank. So we have now a whole series of new backboards. There are 3 of them. The one I'm playing is the KA3. I want to just compare that to the same mouthpiece but with a different backbore. You'll hear the difference. This is the old version. Still very nice, but it's a little not, it's not as centered, and it definitely is not in as close relative pitch as this one. Check it out. So this is the new backboard. The sound from this side of things is just flying out of the bell. And the other thing that I really like about all 3 of these, and I'll play each one of them. Right now I'm playing the KA3. I also have an overlay to show everybody as well, so you can try that on Friday. I'll be at UNH. I'm going today, getting on a jet to fly up to New Hampshire for guest artist residency. But the guys are in the shop on Friday, so we'd love to see you. Unfortunately, I won't see you this time, but please come by. We have KA1, KA2, and KA3. So it's taken a while for me to figure this out on these backboards, but man, they pop like mad. And it still has a decent sound when you play it just as a normal trumpet backboard. And this is my small commercial lead mouthpiece, which I can show you probably. Yeah, you can actually see that. It's the TAZ, which is, there's no real Bach or Yamaha or Schilke equivalent, so to this mouthpiece, but it's not a big mouthpiece. Yesterday I was struggling a lot trying to go from horn to horn. I had 4 horns. There's an archived video on YouTube of me playing them, and I was really just trying to figure out what was working. So I had a couple raw brass prototypes that I was playing. Actually, on that video, one of the pieces I was using the KA3 prototype. This is the production model, and it's so killing. It's so much fun. But it's like kind of ridiculously easy. So KA, super easy to understand, kick ass. My first mouthpiece I ever made, I ever drew and designed, when we had it made for us, we had it engraved kick ass. So it goes back to 2009, 2010 when we were doing prototype work on mouthpieces. We called our first series, before we even sold it to the public, the Kick-Ass series. So I had to name these KA backboards. The only reason for us is to keep them in line with each other. But that's the KA3. And again, I'll play a little bit on this, and I'll play something on my older mouthpiece. I'm not saying the old mouthpieces are junk. It's actually far from that. They just have a different tonal sound. This is very, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's very present. I hope that makes sense, and I hope it comes through with the microphone. Like I said, this isn't my good microphone today, but I wanted something quick and easy before I got on the plane. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm trying to do a little bit more of these YouTube and Facebook Live videos. The guys are kicking butt, getting a bunch of stuff shipped out, and we're getting ready for NTC, which is next week as well. No rest for the weary. So much sizzling and shimmer in that sound. Let me do that same thing without the fracks at the beginning. That's the old mouthpiece, and I'm not. You got to be careful. There's a lot of guys that are going to play completely differently when they play different stuff to show what's better than another thing. That's not what I do, because that actually mouthpiece would work for. It's worked for me for many years, and I played it last night. But it's a very nice sounding mouthpiece. Here's the difference with the new backboard. I feel like there's a 5 or 10% increase in spin. Hopefully, and please post, let me know if you hear that at all. I wish you were here in person so you could hear it. And it's also really good on a normal mouthpiece, not even a lead mouthpiece. Let me show you by that is we have our normal TA2, which is one of my primary mouthpieces, and then I have a TA2 top with the KA1 backbore. So let me play a little bit. This is the normal standard blank, and all standard blanks can be made with these new backboards, so it's not a problem to add these new backboards into the rotation. It will add time, of course, and we've waited quite some time to get these back from Anderson, but we are happy they're here now. We have lots of them. Here's the regular standard TA2. Try to sort of replicate that. This is the top, the THE top, with the KA1 backboard. So on that, it doesn't make as much of a difference. I feel like for me, it's still a little bit poppier. And poppier, I mean it has a little bit more spin. That's the new backbore. Actually, I can hear it here where there's a little bit of delay in my standard blank with the old backbore. Now in the TA2, that backbore is my MT. So there's a pretty significant difference in terms of the volume of the backboard. The MT is maybe around a 5 in a Warburton world. Maybe. I'm trying to think about Terry's backboards, which are awesome as well. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit more open than a 5. So, oh man. Dude, I'll be at UNH Jazz Festival this weekend. If you ever bring a band up there, I'm playing No Pressure with Dick Oates and Terrell Stafford. So, but I miss home too. This is home for us now, and you need to come and grab some barbecue anytime with us. So that's the one thing I want to show you. An overlay. I'm so excited. I'm just like giddy like a school kid. Not only because they're in and that we just shipped a bunch of them out to customers who've been very patient waiting for them, but also for the fact that I get to use them on my gigs this weekend. So here is these are the 3 backboards. Let me move this so it gets out of my head a little bit. I might have to shrink down. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I should put it down here so you can see my eyes. If you look at the 3 backboards, the volume of them, while on an overlay like this, it doesn't seem like it's that much of a deal, but I can point to certain areas of this backboard. Let me see. All right, good. I'm just sort of getting my bearings here. If you look, there's one that's extremely open right after the throat entrance. And where I put the throat entrance is right after the first, let's see, I'll move right here. That's the throat entrance. You see, that's where the throat goes into the top and mates with it. But in actuality, where the dotted line is where most people consider their throat to being made. You'll see that, I don't know if that's, I'm color blind, folks, so I'm not sure if that's a red or if it's a green, but you see the one that is close, that is the most open, right around, and I'll point again, okay, there I am, from right here to right here. That is the KA2 backboard, which I haven't played yet. If you want to know, like in a modern equivalent, what that might be, there really isn't a close modern equivalent. I'm trying to think in terms of other backboards. I've actually copied other backboards, made reamers for other backboards. Maybe like a 692 Reeves, but not really. It's got a little bit more volume than that. The KA3 is the blue line. So it has the most compression of all the 3 backbores. And the KA1 is in between those 2. So they're all about the same sort of volumetric spectrum, we'll call it. It just depends on if you want some extra pop. And one thing I like about the KA3, that if you put it in, like I play a 27 throat when I play with tops and backboards. I like the 28 throat when I have a one-piece mouthpiece when I'm playing my lead stuff. So the KA3 actually feels like a 28 backboard. So you can get away with about 1 size and sometimes even 2 sizes difference. So if you play a 29 throat, you could actually use the 27 KA3 and it works well. All of the backboards we have in stock are 27s, but we can machine them to certain throats, and we can of course open or close them up here. So the KA2 is really great. So I'll do a little bit of playing demonstrations again so you can hear those. So I think let's try. This is the KA3. That was the one I started with. And Juan, thanks for tuning in, and thanks to everybody who has tuned in. These are available finally in silver. If you want them gold, it only adds a few days to the weight. Oh, dropped. I'm not dropping yours, I'm dropping mine. So, and the threads are just like any other threads that are most popular. We use Terry's Warburton thread. So if you have a Warburton top, you can use this. If you have a Picket Brass top, you can use this backbore. If you have a Curry top, you can use this backbore. So we want to be able to share amongst all of my other friends who are great mouthpiece makers. So there you go. There's the threads, and let me put them in. So they just thread up, no problem. It's a good pocketed thread, and there you go. This is the KA2. Wow, that's pretty bright. I haven't actually played it on this top, so it's like really interesting. It's very bright. For me, it's a little open. I'm going to switch back. Maybe you'll hear a difference. You might not. Again, this isn't the highest quality microphone, so you probably won't hear a huge difference. But now we're going back to the KA3. We could also make all these backboards, folks, with sleeves. So if you wanted them with reeve sleeves to help optimize your gap, that's great as well. Here's the KA3 with the TAZ. Yeah, see, I like that a lot. It's got a little bit more core to the sound. But it gives me all the zip I wanted. And yesterday, if you watch the video from yesterday, I was kind of struggling trying to find out what horn would work the best for me. And the TA2 has been my primary horn for a while, and I wanted to play it. But I remembered that Neil made me this nickel silver slide. He's like, try this. It gets a little bit more aggressive. I put it in, and instantly it was like, pew, the sound just jumped out. But with this new backboard, it's fantastic. And like I said, even with the TA2, which is a bigger mouthpiece for me, if you had a Mount Vernon 3D, which I don't think they ever made, that's what the TA2 kind of is. So it's got some spin to it. It might be a little bright for people who are using that as their own general mouthpiece. And I should have brought, but I didn't, like an orchestral top in here to try that. Let me see if there's anything lying around. I don't see anything lying around, and I don't want to leave during the video. But that's the backbores. Again, here's the overlay of the 3 backbores. And I have some typed notes here. If you have any comments, post them here. Yeah. The KA1 is probably the tightest one of all 3 of them. The KA2 opens up really quick right after the throat entrance. That's the line that you could actually see. It's the line at the open, but it stays pretty tight after that. The KA3 is sort of a mix of the 2. Those are the 3 backbores that we have in our new KA, or Kick-Ass series, we call it, because they are so much fun to play, and I think you could probably hear that as well. Stay tuned. I'll be recording more of these as I get a little bit more time on the backbores. Maybe I'll post some stuff from our concerts this weekend up at New Hampshire, and order yours today. Order yours today. Because we're so excited about them, because they work so well for any commercial players. It's something that has been lacking in my line for some time. Glad that we finally have something for people. Thank you again for your great support of ACB. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will put a link in the archive for the KA backbores. Here's a link right now for anybody who's currently on this chat. There's the link to where you can purchase the backbores. And I think we have them. Did that come up? And it looks like some of the comments have slowly trickled in, so maybe I should do that again. Perhaps it's not the most wonderful connection that I'm getting. But that's the KA series. Hopefully you'll get a link to that soon. If not, I will put it in the archive. You can just go onto our web store at austincustombrass.biz and hit KA in the search thing, which is at the upper left corner of our shop, and you'll see this. This would work for the MV3L, of course, and we can, if you ordered a one-piece, I don't know if you ordered a top or a one-piece at TMEA, talk to Josh, see what we can do for you on that. So I've got to catch a plane in a little bit, but I wanted to share this with you because I'm so excited. Thanks, everybody, for your awesome support of ACB. Happy shopping, and if you have any questions, just reach out to us at MPC Sales, that's Mouthpiece abbreviated, MPC Sales at austincustombrass.com. All right, talk to you soon. Ciao. Kick-Ass.